Our next topic is AC voltage applied to a pure capacitor. You have seen in pure resistor there is no phase difference between current and voltage. In pure inductor there is a phase difference between current and voltage where voltage leads current. Okay. Now in case of a capacitor, pure capacitor, what happens? So here we will connect a capacitor connected to a AC source. So V is equal to V naught sine omega t. Now because it is a AC source, the direction of current will keep on changing. So what will happen? This plate, the two plates of capacitor, one will get positive charge, another will get negative charge. After half cycle, they get discharged, the other one will become positive and this one will become negative. So this kind of charge oscillation will take place. So at any point of time, a charge, suppose charge acquired by any one of the plate, Q, if one is plus Q, the other will acquire a minus Q charge. So if the charge is Q, then Q can be written as equal to CV. Okay, CV, where C is the capacitance of the capacitor. So this will become C V naught sine omega t. Okay, this is instantaneous charge. So what will be current at that instant? Current is equal to dq by dt. So if I have to, so this will become d by dt of C V naught sine omega t. Okay, now C and V naught are constant. They don't change with time. So this can be taken outside. So what I get for current is equal to C V naught d by dt of sine omega t. Now in differentiation of sine omega t is cos omega t, but it is not just cos omega t, it is omega cos omega t. So C V naught, this will become omega cos omega t. Okay, so this becomes omega C V naught cos omega t. This is I. So this I can write as I is equal to I naught cos omega t. Okay, so but now if I see this value of voltage and this value of current, they are different trigonometric functions. Again, to compare, I need to change either this one to cos or this one to sine. So I'll change this one to sine. So this will equal to I naught sine. Now in second quadrant, okay, what I can write it as omega t plus pi by 2. So sine omega t plus pi by 2 will become cos, and because this is second quadrant, so that value of sine will remain positive. So you will get cos, the sine omega t plus pi by 2 will be plus cos omega t, which is here. So I can replace this with sine omega t plus pi by 2. And if I write V is equal to V naught sine omega t, so this we got after doing so much of differentiation, and this with V is equal to V naught sine omega t we started. Now if you compare, both are sine function. Angle here is omega t plus pi by 2, here it is omega. So there is a phase difference of pi by 2. Okay, phase difference of pi by 2 between voltage and current. But which one is leading now? You see, plus pi by 2 is in current. So current I leads voltage by pi by 2. Or you can say voltage lags current by pi by 2. Okay, in inductor, voltage leads current. Here, voltage lags current by pi by 2. So if you have to draw phasor diagram, or before phasor diagram, if you have to plot waves, in the form of wave. So this will be t, this is v. V is a sine function. The other one is a cos, positive cos function. So it will start from here, then it will reach this. When it is negative, it will reach here. When this is peak, 0, it will reach here. So you can, on combining these lines, again peak, it will become 0, negative here. So this kind of a cos function, this is for current. Okay, now when you have to plot a phasor diagram, so for omega t, so at an angle of omega t, this is omega t, so this will be V naught. This is vector for voltage. Now for current, you see current is equal to omega t plus pi by 2. So omega t plus additional pi by 2. So another 90 degree here. Okay, so this is omega t plus pi by 2. This is I naught. So the angle between voltage and current is 90 degree. This is pi by 2, this angle. So omega t plus pi by 2. So you see here current leads voltage. Current is ahead of voltage. So current leads voltage by pi by 2, or voltage lags behind current by pi by 2. Now for average power. Okay, for average power here, if I write, so average power will be I into V, instantaneous, average of that. So it will become I naught sine omega t plus pi by 2 into V naught sine omega t, average of this. So from here I naught V naught, they are constant throughout the entire average if you'll do. So you can take that out. So I naught V naught will come out. It will be just sine omega t plus pi by 2 into sine omega t. omega t. This becomes cos omega t, I naught V naught, cos omega t sin omega t. So if I multiply it with 2, okay, if I multiply with 2 and then divide by 2, 2 is a constant, so I have written it outside, so I naught V naught by 2, and this becomes sin 2 omega t. Average of sin 2 omega t is 0. Okay, average of sin 2 omega t for one complete cycle, this is 0. So we get 0. So average here also we are getting 0. So Wattles current. So if it comes that prove so when it comes that prove that Wattles current flows through a capacitor, you have to find do this. You have to find average power. It will come 0. Then you can write that Wattles current flows through capacitor. And why it is Wattles current? So I told you, whenever an electrical element brings a phase difference of pi by 2 between current and voltage, then the average power for one complete cycle is 0, and we call that Wattles current flows. So here there was a phase difference of pi by 2 between voltage and current, and that is the reason we got average power as 0, and we say Wattles current flows through a pure capacitor. Even Wattles current flows through a pure inductor.